everyone, this is Danni White, your host for this podcast, Hashtags and Habits, where we talk about all things digital marketing, including thoughts on marketing leadership and marketing operations. I'm glad you joined me today because I am going to be talking about the highly debated and slightly highly coveted Instagram blue check. So by now, you likely know that Instagram has rolled out its verification process going forward, in which the platform is requiring accounts to become verified on their platform. This verification, unless you were part of the first rounds of automatic application first verification pages, requires a fee of $14.99 each month for the foreseeable future. According to Mark Zuckerberg and company, the blue check badge was put in place for the simple purpose of eliminating or at least cutting down on the number of impersonation spam accounts that exist on the platform. Before the monthly fee verification rollout, the blue check was reserved for well-known personalities, celebrities, athletes, and influencers. Now it's available to almost anyone who can pass verification parameters. There is some valid debate going around about whether having the blue check is valuable enough to pay $15 a month. Another bill, why Instagram is becoming this pay-to-play platform and what it might mean for creators, and whether being verified is actually worth it now that anyone and everyone can just pay for it to get it. I'm going to get into some reasons that I'm considering getting the blue check personally, but first, let me say that there are some reasons some of you should not get the blue check at all. First, if you're on Instagram and want to get the blue check for clout or as a status symbol, just don't do it. It won't be worth it to you or to your bank account. If you're still going to have your puppy as your profile picture, only post once or twice a month, and really only log in to consume other people's content and send memes to your friends, it simply isn't worth it. If you're going to invest the money and time to get verified, then consider putting in the rest of the work behind it to up-level your profile page. Second, as a business owner, if you're not regularly creating and posting content on your Instagram page, the blue check isn't likely going to give you what you're looking for. These social platforms exist because of one thing: human attention. The more accounts creating content and drawing people into the platform is what justifies some of the need for verification and hence the pay-to-play model. I've seen some accounts who don't post regularly get the verification and blue check on their profile page. If this is you, at least make your $15 count for something. A blue check just for the sake of having it is not really beneficial to you. You're paying for it now, so use it to grow your business and increase your influence online. I'm off my soapbox about why you should not get the blue check. Let's get into some of the reasons that I'm considering getting the blue check on my personal Instagram account. I've received the invite to apply several weeks ago, I believe. It's just waiting for me to actually complete the application, send over my $15 along with my driver's license that I hope does not become a profile picture. If you're one of those who are on the fence but kind of thinking about it too, these are the reasons why I am considering it. First, content. As a marketer, content is king and queen. Content runs all of the social media platforms, including Instagram and the entire internet. From photos to videos to carousels to audiograms and to blog length captions, content creation and distribution is what makes these platforms run. Without this content, there is zero of the most expensive commodity in the world: human attention. The right content, coupled with massive human attention, is what keeps these platforms making money. And for business owners, it is what keeps us making money as well. The more people that see our content and like our content equates to more dollars in the bank account, because these searchers become likers, and these likers of our content turn into sharers of our content, and these sharers of our content turn into loyal fans, and these loyal fans and followers turn into shoppers, and these shoppers turn into raving fans. That's the process. Then the cycle just starts all over again and keeps repeating itself. Attention is incredibly addictive. Once you have it, you aren't going to let it go. You have to keep feeding that beast because that's what it needs. Aside from the content itself, second would be brand awareness. Profiles that are verified in most cases appear toward the top of search results on Instagram. So if you have a common name or a name that may be difficult to spell, this is especially helpful and useful for you. As part of the verification, real names have to go on the profiles to match with your identifying documents that you upload to Instagram during the process. Having that blue check in these instances helps you out a lot. I'll be honest that when I see someone with a blue check make a comment or share or like or DM me because of a post, I am more likely to respond to that person faster because I know their profile is real. Without that blue check, I have to do a lot more profile checking and researching if I'm even interested, especially for the DMs, than I would have to do if there was a blue check right by their name. The reverse is also true. When I'm commenting or sharing or DMing someone on Instagram, they are more likely to reply faster to me as well because my profile has now been elevated by that blue check. This could spark communication that leads to a brand opportunity, a business partnership, a collaboration, any number of things that will bring my name, brand, or work into the spotlight as a leader in my industry. Telling your brand story is even more important than ever. And in some cases, having that blue check only helps you to tell it more often and to more of the right people. Third, this is really the big one. As marketers and search engine fanatics, we are always concerned with the algorithm. It's a part of our data analysis. It helps us understand what's working and what's not working, and it helps us to make changes for higher engagement. It is believed, not an actual statistic yet, but it is believed that Instagram's algorithm will start deprioritizing content by unverified accounts. This means that if you saw high engagement before, that actually might start decreasing over time. Let's be honest, Instagram is a business, and Mark Zuckerberg and company are not dummies. In their world, and honestly in most every other industry that exists, what gets paid gets prioritized. Let's say you have two clients that you are getting ready to work with, and both are at equal stages and need equal services. One signs their agreement and pays their invoice, and the other does not. You're more than likely going to move their project along and prioritize what they need faster than the one who is still thinking or trying to get you to give them a discount or whatever the case might be. I have already started seeing some of this content engagement decrease with some of the accounts that my company manages, right? Instagram's algorithm will favor content and content creators who have submitted to the verification, and this difference of those who have and those who haven't will become even bigger as the time goes on. What's the point of creating and posting content if it's not being seen by your followers and found by your ideal audience? Social media managers will also have to help their clients adjust to this new way that Instagram is deciding to move. Okay, so my final reason is that verified profiles get access to new features first before they become available to the rest of the accounts on the platform. This allows us time to use these features and figure out how they best fit into our work. If you're a social media manager or someone who works with clients on their social media profiles, you can see ahead of time which ones will work best for your clients and their brands or businesses. These are the main reasons I'm considering going through with the Instagram verification process and getting the blue check. You will know I have it when you see it on my profile because you should be following me. I'm on Instagram at Danni, Danni, White, like the color, all one word. And you can also follow this podcast while you're at it. Hashtags and Habits Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you next time. Thanks for listening to this episode of Hashtags and Habits. If you want to learn more about digital marketing strategies specific to your business, let's discuss. You'll find our website and email address, as well as any resources I've noted in this episode in the show notes. We also want to hear your questions, so DM us on any of the social platforms at Hashtags and Habits everywhere. If you like what you hear and want to hear more, subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our newsletter at hashtagsandhabits.com, or leave us a review on any of the podcast platforms. I'd greatly appreciate it. Until next time, remember that marketing is not easy, but it can be simple.